First Lady True Love Ross, and my last day working to order. If you would stand for me, observe a moment of silence, and I will lead you in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. I want to welcome you in attendance as well as those that might watch on social media at a later time. First, we have the confirmation of a quorum.
Councilmember Kaler,
Present.
Levasseur.
Here.
Fowler.
Here.
Erickson.
Present.
Edmondson.
Here.
Culpepper.
Present.
Mayor Ross.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Next, we have a consent agenda, and I understand that Councilmember Edmondson would like to pull item number B. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, I accept the motion to accept
moved.
everything to accept B.
Second.
There's roll call.
Councilmember Kaler,
Aye.
Levasseur.
Aye.
Fowler.
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Edmondson.
Aye.
Culpepper.
Aye.
Mayor Ross.
Aye.
Carried unanimously.
Councilmember Edmondson.
Item B is the approval of the fireworks permit, and since I worked with a fireworks tent here in the town, I will be reclusing myself for that vote and then be right back for the rest of the festivities.
Okay, so you want to make a motion to approve it?
I will make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on him recusing himself?
No, sir.
Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Next, we have a public hearing on Colonial Gardens rezoning and plan development concept plan.
Mayor, the city has one exhibit to enter into the record. City Council information form dated March 25th, 2024 with the following attachments. Staff report with attachments, application with attachments, affidavit of publication, the examiner on November 25th, 2023, 185-foot notification map, names, addresses of property owners within 185 feet of the site, copy of letter sent to said property owners, Title IV Land Use Section Blue Springs Code of Ordinances by reference, and 2014 Comprehensive Plan by reference, bill approving rezoning, and bill PD concept plan with plan development standards attached as Exhibit A and plan development concept plan attached as Exhibit B. This is all we have to enter for the record.
Thank you. Staff report.
To be sworn in. I do. Adair Bright, 903 West Main Street, on behalf of the city, and I have been sworn in. Before you this evening are requests for a rezoning and PD concept plan for Colonial Gardens, a proposed mixed-use development north of Southeast Wyatt Road and west of Southeast Adams Dairy Parkway. The property is currently zoned General Business Plan Development, Residential Estate Plan Development, and Agriculture. The first request is to rezone the subject property from General Business Plan Development, Residential Estate Plan Development, and Agriculture to PD Mixed Use. The 2014 Comprehensive Plan included the subject property as neighborhood, which includes an integration of different housing choices, institutional and civic uses, or micro-commercial that supports the neighborhood pattern and scale. The comprehensive plan also states it is important for neighborhoods to be closely connected to gathering spaces and distinct destinations. The intent of the PD zoning district is to encourage unique and high-quality neighborhoods, commercial, or mixed-use development through an integrated development plan that provides flexibility to the standard zoning district regulations. Staff believes the rezoning to PD mixed use furthers the goals of the comprehensive plan by providing a distinct destination for the surrounding neighborhoods and meets the intent of the PD zoning district. The second request is for a PD concept plan to accommodate the development. The PD concept plan covers approximately 39.39 acres. The plan development standards identify that all regulations not specified shall conform to the requirements for each use or most compatible zoning district as outlined in the UDC. The plan development includes 4 planning areas. The southwest quadrant will be mainly used for retail and general business. The northwest quadrant will be wholesale with nursery and plant and material storage area. The northeast quadrant will include office and specialty retail. And lastly, the southeast quadrant will include outdoor entertainment and park uses. There are currently 8 existing buildings which are proposed to remain. The existing buffer along Southeast Wyatt Road may have to be removed due to the requirement of the 5-foot wide ADA compliant sidewalk. The existing pond is proposed to remain and be incorporated into a greater stormwater management plan for the site. The site currently has 2 existing access points onto Southeast Wyatt Road which are proposed to remain. The PD concept plan also shows a proposed access onto Southeast Adams Dairy Parkway. The applicant has not yet determined if that corresponding proposed road will be public or private, which will need to be specified in the PD final plan, site plan design review for planning area 3. The applicant has specified building type standards through the PD. The mixed-use building type is designated for planning area 1. The general commercial building type is designated for planning area 2. Planning area 3 will allow all building types permitted in the general business and service office zoning districts in effect at the time of development. Planning area 4 is only proposed to have accessory buildings such as playhouses, gazebos, and incidental storage buildings. The applicant does not intend to have set standards for planning area 4. Anything that requires a building permit will need to comply with the UDC regarding placement, height, etc. All planning areas with building type standards will need to specify setbacks and comply with the requirements during the PD final plan site plan design review. All parking will meet UDC requirements in terms of drive aisle widths and parking stall dimensions. The plan states that parking will be shared amongst all planning areas, and there will be approximately 600 parking spaces throughout. The applicant has also stated they intend for the parking at Colonial Farms, just to the south, be shared with Colonial Gardens. All pedestrian access will need to be shown and met during the PD final plan site plan design review process. For landscaping, the PD standards state that all landscaping will meet and or exceed the requirements for the UDC. A final landscaping plan will be reviewed at the time of the PD final plan and site plan design review. Staff is most concerned with ensuring an adequate buffer to the adjacent residential, and the applicant has stated that that will be met. The final landscaping plan must meet or exceed the requirements. Staff reviewed the rezoning request and finds that all review criteria has been met. The rezoning and proposed land use aligns with the comprehensive plan, and the rezoning allows for a unique and distinct development. Staff reviewed the PD concept plan request and finds that all review criteria has been met. The plan allows for a unique mixed-use development with multiple uses that interact with each other regarding goods and services provided. Planning Commission held a public hearing on December 11th, 2023, where 0 people spoke in favor of the project and 1 person spoke in opposition. The Planning Commission recommended unanimous approval of the rezoning and approval of the PD concept plan. There are 5 conditions listed in the Planning Commission staff report. However, one of those conditions has since been fulfilled. Therefore, staff recommends approval of the rezoning and approval of the PD concept plan with 4 conditions, and I'm here for any questions.
Any questions from the council? Seeing none, thank you. Is the applicant present? Would you like to come up and be sworn in?
Hi, I am Grace Ames, Business Development Manager at Colonial Gardens. I'm so sorry, I am Grace Ames. Do you need my address?
Yep.
I can do that.
Typically, we would have a podium right there, lecterns for you to stand and talk, but
You just switched it up on me, it's fine.
we want to make sure you get good exercise.
Thank you. So Grace Ames, Business Development Manager with Colonial Gardens. So we worked alongside the city on making sure that all of the requirements were met as we proposed this development. We're also very aware of the community around us and the housing developments around us, and our need for those housing developments in our community to support our business. Likewise, our business goal is to support the community with us. And that being recognized in buffers, as called out by Adair, we plan to exceed and
meet and exceed all of the landscaping buffers so that we remain good neighbors to all of the citizens that abut our property. I am here for any questions.
Any questions from the council? Seeing none, I guess you did a good job explaining it.
Thank you.
Did you want to add anything, or is what she said is suffice?
My name is Paul Abagatis. I'm the director at Colonial Gardens. I'll reiterate what Grace said. I think we've worked very close with the council. We appreciate the support we've gotten from a number of the folks on the city council and the staff at Blue Springs. We're continuing to grow the business here. We intend to continue to invest in the business, and a lot of that investment is in line with supporting the community. We're working with the Blue Springs School District and a number of other organizations to support growth in the area and to support places for public meeting. Zone 4 in that area up there will provide walking trails, cutting gardens, and other areas to support areas for the community to meet. We're growing our business at the cafe. I think if anybody has been there recently, they'll have seen our work there, and we're beginning our music series this week. Again, a free area for the community to enjoy. So we look forward to continuing to invest in our business and invest in the community.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Seeing none. Thank you. Did a good job explaining it. Okay, we're gonna go to the public. Anyone in the audience like to speak in support of? Support of. Opposition to. Opposition to. We'll close this public hearing. Who would like to introduce bill number 5204?
Your Honor, I would like to introduce it, and with that, I would like to make a statement. When Tori first came up here and told us about these plans, and we were all very excited about it, but it's been a long time coming, and I'm just thrilled that we're actually seeing this happen, so thank you.
First reading of Bill 5204, an ordinance rezoning property from GBPD General Business Plan Development, REPD Residential Estate Plan Development, and AG Agricultural County to PD Mixed Use Plan Development Mixed Use, and approving a plan development concept plan for Colonial Gardens Plan Development.
Your Honor, move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign?
Second reading of Bill 5204, an ordinance rezoning property from GBPD General Business Plan Development, REPD Residential Estate Plan Development, and AG Agriculture County to PD Mixed Use Plan Development Mixed Use, and approving a plan development concept plan for Colonial Gardens Plan Development.
Your Honor, move to approve the second reading and provide the proper ordinance number.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Levesey?
Aye.
Fowler?
Aye.
Erickson?
Aye.
Edmondson?
Aye.
Culpepper?
Aye.
Kaler?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously and given ordinance number 5320.
Next, we have a public hearing to establish Colonial Gardens Community Improvement District.
Mayor, the city has one exhibit to enter into the record, City Council Information Form dated April 4th, 2024, with the following attachments. Verification of petition to establish the district, notice of meeting as published in the Examiner on April 2nd and April 9th, 2024, and at Blue Springs City Hall and website on March 29th, 2024, and bill approving petition to establish the district with petition attached as Exhibit A, and approval of a cooperative agreement attached as Exhibit B. This is all we have to enter for the record.
Okay, sir. Is she present? Okay, you want to come up on behalf of the city? From Gilmore Bell.
Yeah. Do I do. Sarah Granath with Gilmore and Bell. We are the city's Economic Development Council. And Colonial Gardens submitted a CID petition back in March with the city. And the purpose of the CID, the Community Improvement District, is to provide for a revenue source to reimburse the city for improvements made to Wyatt Road that benefit Colonial Gardens. Also, in the petition for the Community Improvement District, there is a provision after reimbursement to the city to allow funding of additional public improvements that are approved by the city. And to the extent that capital costs are paid, the extra funds would go to fund district services. These district services are subordinate to capital costs and would be capped at $250,000. This is the same cap as the Fall Creek Community Improvement District. Upon approval of the CID, the city will release Colonial Gardens' letter of credit in the amount of $750,000 for the Wyatt Road improvements. The CID is authorized to impose a district-wide sales and use tax up to 1%. And under the cooperative agreement, the city would receive an administrative fee of 1% of the sales tax revenues.
also under the cooperative agreement, it's outlined the duties and obligations of each party with respect to the administration, operation of the sales tax, as well as the use of revenues of the sales tax. Under the agreement, the city administrative fee and operating costs are paid first. The city is then reimbursed for costs of those improvements to Wyatt Road. The developer may then be reimbursed for any additional public improvements that have been approved by the city. And finally, those district services are the last items that may be paid, and as mentioned, are capped at $250,000 over the life of the district. CID is governed by a board of directors. The board of directors for this proposed CID is 6 members. 2 of those would be staff of the city, 3 would be representatives of the developer, and then there is 1 that will be a disinterested director. This is a new statutory requirement as of 2021, so I'm going to take a minute to just highlight that. A disinterested director, there's specific provisions in the statute, but basically they have to be someone who is, as I'm saying, disinterested in the district, kind of a third party that can oversee and have an outside perspective on the board of directors. The ordinance that you will consider tonight names someone from the Chamber of Commerce to be that person, and that's just kind of chosen based on other boards and commissions of the city and who's been involved, as well as some other surrounding cities and kind of a best practices of who's a good idea for the disinterested director. That is pretty much all that I have. I'm happy to go into any more details on the Community Improvement District, as well as any other requirements or provisions outlined in the cooperative agreement. I know that representatives of the developer are obviously here, as well as their counsel, if you have any further questions.
Are there any questions of Sarah from the council? Seeing none, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go to the public. Anyone in the audience like to speak in support of? Support of. Opposition to. Opposition to.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I think you had one headed that way.
All right, come on, you better speak up. Is it in support of or opposition to?
Mr. Mayor, it's in support of.
Okay.
And I'm here just merely to say that my name is Bill Moore, and I should get sworn in.
Yes.
I do. Again, Bill Moore, I'm an attorney with Rouse Fretz, the White Goss Law Firm. I represent the developer with respect to the formation of the Community Improvement District. Really have nothing more that I can add. Doesn't seem like you need to hear any more from our perspective. We're excited about the formation of this Community Improvement District. We're excited about the development that's going to occur at that location, and we're just kind of looking forward to getting it approved and moving forward.
Any questions from council? Seeing none, thank you. We're gonna start all over again with anybody else in favor of? Now we're gonna go to opposition to. Anyone opposing it? Seeing none. Close this public hearing. Who would like to introduce bill number 5205?
I will introduce it.
First reading of Bill 5205, an ordinance approving the petition for establishment of the Colonial Gardens Community Improvement District, establishing the district and approving a cooperative agreement among the City of Blue Springs, Missouri, the Colonial Gardens Community Improvement District, and Colonial Gardens Development, LLC.
Your Honor, move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Second reading of Bill 5205, an ordinance approving the petition for establishment of the Colonial Gardens Community Improvement District, establishing the district and approving a cooperative agreement among the City of Blue Springs, Missouri, the Colonial Gardens Community Improvement District, and Colonial Gardens Development, LLC.
Your Honor, move to approve the second reading and provide the proper ordinance number.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Fowler,
Aye.
Erickson,
Aye.
Edmondson,
Aye.
Culpepper,
Aye.
Kaler,
Aye.
Levisay,
Aye.
Mayor Ross,
Aye.
carried unanimously and given ordinance number 5321.
Okay, we're gonna move down to visitors. We don't have visitor appearance forms, but I have some visitors I'm gonna introduce. We have certainly the First Lady of Blue Springs, Holy True Love Ross. There you go. We have a daughter and her husband that flew in from Bakersfield, California to surprise me. And I showed up at the house and surprised them. So our daughter, Carla Cisneros, and her husband, William. And I'm not gonna say I'm doing this in the order of age. Next, we have another daughter, Diana Ross, from Pasadena, and her friend, John Harris. We have another daughter from Dallas, Texas, Teresa Trulove, and her friend, Pat. And I see Stuart's back there from the Missouri Municipal League. So Stuart, we're happy to have you here as well. Okay, those are all the visitors that I see in from my family. Now I'm gonna ask the mayor-elect, but presently council member, Chris Levacy, to introduce his family.
I can introduce my family the next meeting, Mr. Mayor. I want to give your time back here, so thank you
Okay.
for that opportunity.
All right. Well, then we're gonna move to Thoughts to Ponder. This is something I've been doing since I've been mayor for 16 years, is I come up with something for you to remember. But since this is my last meeting, I'm doing 3. The first one comes from Walt Disney. And I quote, "Goodbye may seem forever. Farewell is like the end. But in my heart is the memory, and there you will be always." End quote. The next one is from Charles Dickens. And I quote, "The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again." End quote. The last one is unknown. And I quote, "Every goodbye makes the next hello closer." End quote. And I suppose the next thing on the agenda is adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Pose same sign, and I'm gonna hit this gavel for the last time. We're adjourned.